Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube? This is SCL0320. I am back for a brand new TV review of The Walking Dead. Oh my gosh, so this is one of my favorite shows, maybe of all times. I mean, it's a close knit between this, Breaking Bad, Shield, and Smallville, but I know those are weird alternatives in between. But anyway, so last episode, I thought it was so crazy because the fact is, you had Rick and his group now to the point where you're seeing them literally unravel. And the final line that Rick has said to Carol and to Daryl is that Carol's like, well, being with these people, it's going to make us weak. It's going to make us, like, lose our edge. And Rick basically says, well, if they can't take it, if they can't handle it, we'll take this place. And it basically, like, he's gonna run them through. Basically, like, kind of how the governor was, and basically kind of how Shane's motivation was from the start. And what I loved about this episode, oh, by the way, the name of this episode was Forget. I think the last episode was a lot more intense because this one was more so driven with dialogue and comprehension of where the team is going, where they're drifting to. There's a lot more going on where it comes with the character Aaron and his partner Eric in correlation with Daryl. There's stuff that's going on with Sasha, which it actually opens with Sasha because Sasha is so damaged emotionally from what happened to Bob, what happened to Tyrese. And the fact is, like, a lot of people have said she's going to become the new Shane, but I think she's worse because she has nothing to gravitate towards. Shane at least had something to hold on to in Carl and Lori. And even when they were being taken away from him, they still were alive, you know? Like, Sasha, she's lost everyone. And so for her to even be there and look upon all these different pictures and scopes, like, of different families and stuff like that, she just looks at them, she just wants to take them out. And so she starts shooting at the pictures, and I'm like, what in the world? That was one of the first, like, scenes that I saw. But to me, it symbolizes the fact that she cannot accept any semblance of normalcy because the people that she loved and wanted to get there with, they're not able to feel that. So she feels like she's not deserving of it, and so she's literally unraveling. There's a point where she goes and interacts with something at the party because Deanna had invited her over because she basically kind of wants to get into the groove of being able to do work, and you can just tell on her demeanor she's gone. But I think what she's really dealing with is trauma. She's dealing with post-traumatic stress. She's dealing with grief. She's dealing with anguish and all these different kind of emotions welled into one. And the fact she hasn't tried to kill herself is amazing to me. But when she was at the party, there's an interaction that kind of happens, and you just kind of see everything unwind. And what's so interesting is the fact that if you look and pay close attention to Deanna, she is continuously watching Sasha like a hawk. And she said that she's really intuitive of looking at people and judging character, but I think she's also good at manipulation because the way that she handles Rick and the way she talks with different people is totally precise, is really different, and it's strategic in my opinion. Like, she knows that she cannot control Rick, so I feel like she plays to his prowess, to his emotions, and to anything semblance of humanity you might have. But in this episode, like, I think more than anything, like, Rick shows that who he was is not who he has become. And I think that at the point that he actually shaved off his beard, I think that was really, now looking at this episode, I feel like that was a shedding of what was left of the Rick Grimes that we know. And now whatever this person is, or whoever this person is becoming, as being technically the sheriff or the law of this group of people, I feel like it's something that's just completely perverted and impure. Like, there was a scene that I saw with Rick, and it was towards the end and it was towards the middle, where, like, I looked at his motivation for doing stuff, and I was like, he's gone. Like, he's just completely gone. And I think that the only way that might jumpstart him to maybe hold on to his humanity is for him to lose something again closer to him. Which, I don't know, I mean, it's crazy to say, but him being in this town, I feel like allows the worst parts of him to be really displayed because it's out in the open. Like, they are in literal paradise. And like they're going, like him and Carol and Daryl, they're going and kind of meeting up again and conversing, and it's just like all these kind of impure things that are happening. And even, oh my God, Carol, like Carol does something in this episode that I mean, I don't know how to even describe it. It's scary. It's really scary, and yeah, like I feel for the town. I think that people like Noah and like Maggie and Glenn and even like Michonne and people like Abraham, like, to agree. There's a point where Abraham and Michonne, they have this conversation where Abraham's kind of like, man, this is good. I didn't think it would be, but I think this is good. And Michonne, she's still trying to let go of certain things. One of the things I don't like, that there was a pull and a push between like Michonne and Abraham in this one, and then there was a pull and push between Rick and somebody else. And I think that the show has driven almost to the point where Michonne and Rick, like they complement each other so well that it could see them something happening. But writers, just like what they do with Arrow, with Oliver Queen and Felicity, for show's sake, they go and partner them up with somebody totally different. But I'm not gonna go into all that. The fact that with this episode, like, they continue on showing the danger that the real group is to this town. But more than anything, it's like when I saw this one beautiful scene with Daryl, the character Aaron, and they were looking for this horse, like that was such a beautiful scene. And even the song and stuff that was going on, it was really interesting. It was some different shiftings that were going on. I think that the dialogue and stuff that was going on with Daryl and with Aaron was surprising, but I really enjoyed it. But at the same time, it was really uncomfortable all at the same time. And you'll see what I'm talking about whenever you see it, if you haven't already seen it already. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I haven't gone over. I just don't know where this is going. I know that Sasha, she's unwinding, and Rick, in my opinion, he's not the Rick that we knew or know. I think he's worse. I think he's worse than he's ever been. And what he's capable of, I have no idea. But I think that he's going to have to be shooken to get himself back to where he needs to be. And then there's something that's going on where they're seeing walkers that have stuff marked into them. And I think it all plays into, what's the name, the original black guy that Rick had saw. I think that it has something to do with that, but I can't prove it. We'll see. We'll see. That's the mystery of Walking Dead. It's awesome stuff. Ooh, I want to show y'all something real quick. I received this from Movie Pilot. Thank you, Movie Pilot family, for thinking of me today. This is really awesome. This is Daryl Dixon, model of him. I guess this is for doing reviews and articles. I love doing the reviews. I love doing different articles, and I'm going to continue to do that, Movie Pilot family. But I wanted to share that with y'all. It was just ironic. I was like, it just came in today. I was like, I got to do the review today. But definitely go and check out the episode. I would give the episode maybe an 8 out of 10. It wasn't anything like really thought-provoking, but at the same time, it was really scary dialogue and stuff that was going on. But I mean, the show never disappoints. I mean, just because I gave it an 8 doesn't mean it wasn't bad or anything like that. It just wasn't to par what something that happened like last week. Like last week, it was just like a culmination of things. It was just welling up. You know, you didn't expect it, basically. But yeah, I look forward to seeing the next episode, and hopefully y'all enjoyed this review. Leave your comments below what you thought about the episode, and if you like this, please leave a like below. And like I said, I appreciate you, Movie Pilot family, and I appreciate you too, family. Hopefully I do this thing tomorrow, New York Comic-Con stuff. But one thing that might be a problem, GTA Heist. GTA 5 Heist is coming out tomorrow, so I pray I'll be able to let that not interfere with my timetable of getting this video stuff done. Anyway, this is SCL0220 signing out. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this Walking Dead video.